New year, new event. This time I went out to Portland for Controlled PDX's Rumble by the Railroad. I added a TPU hub to Jumbo's weapon motor and replaced the stock shaft with a shoulder bolt in hopes of increasing weapon reliability. I also brought a ferryweight, Mini Stingy. Based on Stingray, it runs planetary N30 motors off a 3S battery and swings a titanium tail. Googly Eye is added courtesy of its first opponent, Blockblaster. This is a bot with a giant vertical blade, so I was expecting a crazy match. Huge thank you to Aaron for providing the high quality footage. Mini Stingy got a couple good hits in, but the damaged tail ended up high centering it. At least I just had to bend it back. Moving on to Jumbo, its first match was against Hypermetria. Did I pronounce that right? Is it Hypermetria or Hypermetria?
Hypermetria.
Regardless of how it's pronounced, it has a ridiculous horizontal with insane weapon power. I was lucky the fight ended when it did, because all the screws holding the weapon blade on had fallen out. If it weren't for the nut at the end of the shoulder bolt, things could have gone very differently. Before long, Jumbo was back up and would be against Capella, a large vertical spinner. I was pretty worried about this match since Capella could hit Jumbo's frame, so I prioritized going weapon on weapon to try and disable theirs. Not gonna lie, that was a pretty dumb way for me to win the fight. Their weapon was back up though, and mine was gone, so I knew things would have went badly for me if I engaged. It seems like the new TPU hub left the screws with less length to thread into the motor, so moving forward I had to decide whether I would leave the hub on and risk losing the blade, or take the hub off and risk breaking the motor. Before that though, Mini Stingy was back and would be going against Atomic Wedgie, a brick of a wedge bot. A lucky hit knocked Atomic Wedgie's rear wheel loose, and Mini Stingy was awarded the judge's decision. While its batteries charged, Jumbo would be fighting G-Money. These two had met back in Rumble in Redmond in 2024, but with no pit this time, Jumbo stood a much better chance. I decided to run without the TPU hub for this match. Going without the hub proved fatal for the weapon motor, but somehow it came back in the last seconds of the fight to deliver one more hit. Jumbo was now onto the upper bracket finals, but in between repairing it, Mini Stingy had a match against Bambooey Mite, a hammer saw. You might have noticed that one of the decorative spikes on the front of Mini Stingy was missing in this match. I had lost it in the pits, but figured that since it was just decorative, it wouldn't be an issue. The problem was that I had dropped it inside the robot, and it ended up shorting the bot circuit board. This rendered the battery unusable, but at least everything else was perfectly fine. I still feel like an idiot for making the mistake like this, but I didn't have time to dwell on it as Jumbo was up against Dart 454, a veteran ant-weight with heavy armor and a mean vertical spinner. I figured it would be best to run with a TPU hub for this fight since I was down to my last weapon motor. Those might be the biggest hits Jumbo has ever taken, and aside from a missing blade, it was still fully functional when I tapped out. That's not to say it didn't take some serious damage though. I prepped it as best I could for a rematch against G Money, again without the TPU hub. I guess I should have went with the hub for this one, but the motor was already in less than ideal condition, so I doubt it would have made any meaningful difference. G-Money was awarded the judge's decision, so Jumbo was out of the tournament. I had a lot of fun at this event, even with Mini Stingy, though it may not have done very well. To my surprise though, it did win the Artistic Design Award. While Jumbo managed to get third, its weapon reliability issues proved to go unsolved, and that's not the only problem it has. While the machined HDPE bodies are both strong and lightweight, they're also expensive, difficult to make, and a pain to replace the weapon motors on, so I don't think they're a feasible option going forward. I also need to rethink the wheels. The pair used at this event has been in combat ever since they were made almost 2 years ago, and in that time they've seen 35 fights. That might sound impressive, but that kind of durability means they're using up weight which would be better applied towards other parts of the robot. With all this in mind, I think it's time for a complete redesign of Jumbo. More info on that coming soon.